KDB. That beat is fire. KDB. That beat is fire. KDB. That beat is fire. KDB. That beat is fire.
All right, let's get this going. Here we go. Y'all in here? Y'all in here?
Voch is actually like one of the most entertaining people I watch.
Let me turn this shit up a little. Let me get right, man. Let me get focused, man. Y'all in here? Trying to see what the business is.
Hear what I said?
Yeah, them buttons work, man. Let's do this, man. Let's get right, man.
KDB. is fire.
Y'all mad at that offensive line, boy? You know I ain't tripping. Some of y'all mad by that old line rumor, boy. Y'all know I ain't tripping yet. Phone's lit, man. We about to run this for the cardio, man. Hold on. All right, everybody. Untie your top button. Loosen your shirt there. Hold on.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
And wipe that sweat off. You feel me? Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this work, man. I'm tired as hell. We got draft coming up, man. I'm talking about. Voch is what?
Voch is actually like one of the most entertaining people I watch.
Goddamn right. Well, appreciate it. All right, let's do this, man.
KDB.
Let's do this, man.
Salute.
Beats Planet.
Let me just stare off into the distance for a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me just be quiet and just stare off into the distance for a little. Yeah, I remember Michael Jackson came out the floor. He shot up out the floor. Bam! He just stared into the distance, and y'all just.
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
And don't cry now.
Hey, Voch.
We back. What's up, y'all? Y'all all right? Everything's everything? Y'all cool? I want to make sure everybody doing all right, man. I just want to make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ready for the proceedings that we have for you. You know what I'm talking about? Had to do a bunch of videos, man. I got a bunch of videos laid out for y'all, you know. I ain't gonna be doing nothing tomorrow, you know. I'm going to go see Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? But yo, Thursday is afoot, boy. It's here. It's right around the corner. And I just want to make sure everybody got their affairs in order. I just want to make sure everybody good and everybody straight. You feel me? Go ahead and sit down, man. Go ahead and sit down, man. Somebody was like, somebody early in the chat. It was like Voch over there making sure. I forgot what he said. He was like making sure that his hostess correspond with his suits. I'm like, man. If only. If only. Come on, man. Pull up a seat, man. Sit on down. Sit on down. We ain't doing nothing. Appreciate y'all for being here. Love you to pieces. Fellas, thank you. Shake my hand. Women, give me a hug. Unless you a fella too and you need a hug. Just give me there you go. I learned my lesson, you know. Got a couple things on tap for y'all today. Let me get something to write down. We're gonna write down some of the things that we discussed today because I don't want to forget it. Of course, we had this big press conference today. We could talk about it if you like. I see a lot of people that's they upset that Jerry Jones said the word offensive line 26 times.
Did you hear what I said?
I counted.
It's false.
You know what I'm saying? I counted. I see a lot of people upset about that. What's up, Angie? I see a lot of people upset about that. You know what I mean? So it's okay. We'll talk about it. They saw Gilmore just walking around the building for no reason. He was getting lunch or something, man. He just wanted to leave. You know what I mean? Like if I was an ex-player and I had access to the fancy ass cafeteria that's to the left of the studio that I work at. I mean, I be in there too. See, not the right, you'll miss it. That's like a closet that they keep lights and utility and stuff in like that. But if you just take a left coming from the studio that I work at, hey man, yeah, you know, it's a cool little cafeteria over there. Gilly may have just been walking around. If y'all want to talk about Gilly, tap in. We ain't doing nothing else. Also, the phones are lit, so at the end of the day, this is your show, and you all can talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. That is that. Before we get started, though, man, let me say this. And I'm going to say it at the very beginning of the show. It makes the mess easier to find. You hate when you hear something, you got to scroll all the way through the show to see what the hell going on. What the hell going on? And you got to scroll through that motherfucker. You got to text back whoever told, hey, man, where is that? What's the timestamp? Let me just say this. I want to say it early in my show. I'm going to take my glasses off so that everyone knows I'm serious and sincere when I say this. This thing that we have an opportunity to do, this thing of ours, you know what I'm saying? This thing I've been a part of for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of this thing for a long time. Since, like 9, going on 10 years, something like that. It's like my 9th official draft. Long time coming. This thing of ours that we built. It's a cool little thing that we built. You know, of course, we have a lot more people involved with it than when I was involved. When I was a youngster out here doing draft videos and things of that nature. It's become a lot more mainstream. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more money in this month too. You know what I mean? And when we're doing this thing of ours, it is a business, and we must treat it as such. So when people come at me and they ask me my thoughts about YouTubing and what I should do, how I should treat YouTube, I always say 2 things. I say treat it like a business. And the next thing that I bring along with that is me having a response in which I'm treating it like a business. And my response to that would be, you never know who's watching. So you always want to be on your P's and Q's. You always want to be delivering the best show that you possibly can. And you always, as much as you can, be on task. It's a lot of ways to do things. I haven't had the cleanest 9 years on YouTube. But when those situations happened, I would jump into DMs and cell phones and we'll get things worked out. Got a lot of cool little shit going on right now that Voch Lombardi is a part of. I had to speak it in third person, you know what I'm saying? Because it's cooler that way. It's a lot of cool things that, you know, Voch is a part of. And the one thing that I always reflect on is you never know who's watching and when they decide to watch. It's a lot of people that's vouching for Voch. I done DeMarco that. It's a lot of people vouching for Voch. And let's say that me and Foots disagree about something. Like we loudly disagreeing about something. Like it's going down with, me and Foots. The one thing that I don't want is for Brian Broadus to be at the Star. And Brian say, man, working with this dude, Voch Lombardi, man, Voch a bad motherfucker, man. He knows, man, he come on the draft show. He go crazy, man. He got draft 101, man. You know what I'm saying? He tall, handsome, you know what I'm saying? He go crazy out here, man. They love him. Oh, he live right now. How about this? And for 20 minutes, I'm poo-pooing on Foots when I could just call Foots and poo-poo on him in a phone call. I'm protecting my business. Because you never know who's going to click that button. When you go live, you never know who's going to click that button. Now, at the end of the day, this ain't my business. This ain't my business. The small side of the situation that's going on is not my business. But the grand scheme of the optics of what's going on in YouTube land, I got a small little part in that. You never know who's watching. All right? Let's get back to work, man. Let's get back to work. You heard? All right. All right, so y'all worried that offensive line is coming. Y'all worried? Y'all worried about it? Y'all worried about offensive line? Hey man, listen. Don't worry about it. Don't be worried about offensive line, man. Listen, don't be worried about it. Let me just say where I am in this thing. Let me just say what side I'm on, and I think it always makes sense to throw jabs at Jerry Jones. I'm still waiting on the day that Jerry walk up and tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Hey man, I heard what you said on my platform." Hey look, I don't just say it on YouTube. I be talking shit about Jerry in his building that he paid for. I'm just waiting on some character dressed in black to come tap me on the shoulder, like, "Hey man, come with me." At the end of the day, this is the Joneses' fault. The fact that we got to have conversations like this. The fact that, you know, there's factions of Cowboy fans going. Well, I'm the Cowboy fan that think we should go offensive line at 12. Well, I'm the Cowboy fan that think we should go running back at 12. Well, I think we should go wide receiver at 12. And I always point back to the best teams, or the teams that we should be looking after, or the teams that the team that just won the damn Super Bowl. They got first round picks at running back, offensive line, and that wide receiver. So they can really put first round equity anywhere they want. The problem is, we spend a first round pick at wide receiver, then we won't get a chance to spend a first round pick at corner. Them boys find a way to spend a first round pick at corner as well. They spend first round picks at edge. They spend first round picks at everything. You know what we doing? We up here trying to share the equity. Write that down. It's going to be on the test. We trying to share the equity. Cowboys fans. Somebody tell, "Hey man, you can't have first round pick everywhere." Shit. I just seen a team do it. So at the end of the day, this is Jerry Jones' fault. The idea that we have factions here, or that we have groups here, or that we even have to disagree with each other the day before the draft, or hours before the draft, right? Or that they have the pre-draft press conference. Now, chat, what y'all think that pre-draft press conference was for? I want to get real mysterious. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. I want to get real mysterious for a second when I say this. Nah, hold on, chat. Now, chat. What y'all think the pre-draft press conference was even for? Because there's two ways to look at it. I'm in black and white, so you know it's serious. Either Jerry Jones literally wants to come and tell us what the business is. Like, hey guys, this is what's going on. Or is Jerry trying to misdirect people? And I think that's what we got to think about for a second. What are you doing? What's this conference for? I'm going to cut my music back on in a second, trust me. But what is this for? Now, if we're at the 27th overall pick, and players that we like may have become more and more scarce, and, you know, guys start coming off the board or whatever, I think misdirection works a little bit there, right? For example, if you wanted Graham Barton last year, you could have drafted the mother. Oh, wait, you got to hear that louder. Wait, could you make it louder? If you wanted Graham Barton last year, you could have just drafted. But it makes more sense to redirect somebody when you drafting in the 20s, because you at the end. That means you run out of players, right? So if you wanted Graham Barton, who was a center from Duke, you would go, if you are properly misdirected, you go, man, boy, I can't wait to draft an offensive tackle. Man, where the wide receivers at 27 overall. I can't wait to draft me a safety at 27th overall. It makes sense because your board opens up a little bit, right? When you're drafting at 12, you just kind of got to draft who's there. I mean, think about this. If you're the Browns sitting at 2, you only got 2 options. That board's not wide open for you. And if you're the Browns, there's no reason for you to misdirect. You just kind of got to take whoever the hell the other team, Tennessee, don't take, right? So there's no need to misdirect early. If we are misdirecting, right? Jerry Jones and the chum in the water, if Jerry Jones is trying to mislead us, right? Why? You drafting at 12. All these damn options you got. You probably got wide receivers, offensive line that you like in real life. You shouldn't be worried about somebody jumping up in front of you and taking somebody away from you. They might take that motherfucker anyway. The team in front of you might take that character from you. You up here calling the Saints. Oh boy, I hope the Saints watching, man. Boy, we really don't care nothing about wide receiving. The Saints go, all right, cool. We do Ted McMillan. Like that don't mean that you at 12, dog. Ain't no misdirection at 12. You saying, oh man, I really want to draft offensive line. I don't think that's going to cause any movement for offensive line guys. Here's another example of why this wouldn't make sense, right? Say you're at the back of the first round and shit, this sounds crazy. All right, let's just say you want Mozzie Smith. Salute to Mozzie Smith, right? Say you want Mozzie Smith. And you charade around the idea that you want to draft a tight end. Okay? You at the back of the draft. Anything is possible at the back of the draft. It's open. So Buffalo jumps in front of you to draft a tight end because they've been hearing that you want to take tight end. Who's going to do that in the top 15 or so picks, especially if it's not quarterback? Who's going to do that? I don't know if this was misdirection, chat. I don't know if this was misdirection at all. A part of me thinks it is because of how loud Jerry said it. Look, Jerry said, hey, look me in the eye, nigga. We take offensive line, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He looked you in the eyes. Jerry said, hey, we taking off, we taking offensive line now. He looked you in the eyes and said it. And y'all asses got nervous. He ain't just talk about offensive line and passing. He looked you in the eye and said, hey, man, he gave you a couple examples, didn't he? He talked about O-line all ass day, didn't he? Jerry Jones, what you think about drafting a quarterback? Well, we dedicated to Dak. You know, Dak was at his best when he had an O-line in front of him. Jerry, what you think about D-line? Hey, man, you got to build in the trenches. D-line is cool, but boy, if I had to pick one or the other, man, I think O-line is better than D. Jerry, what you think about running back, dog? Hey, shit, really, running back a little bit. Is he the running back? Shit. Or is it offensive line? DeMarco Murray had a good offensive line. Emmett had a good offensive line. Zeke had a good. Jerry wanted to volunteer offensive line to you today. I saw this, man. I was so appalled at Jerry. I looked at Will, and if you saw Will, nigga, Will was just like that. Or Will had a blank ass face with Jerry talking about. Y'all saw that? Chet, y'all saw Will McClay face with Jerry Jones talking about. Alice say, how was the chiropractor? It was cool, but my neck still hurt. That's why I gotta go like this. That's why I gotta turn like this. That's why I ain't turn my neck hard. I gotta turn my whole torso to turn my head and shit. Man, dog, Will McClay was looking stunned. Will McClay was like, come on, dog. Hey, come on. Man, I gotta find the clip now. I gotta find the clip to prove my point. Hold on, man. Phones, don't go nowhere. We're going to get right with you. We're going to get right with you. Hold on. That's the Cowboy. Dog, Will McClay, that made me believe it was real. Will McClay was befuddled. He was appalled. He was looking out all in the distance. And he was. Stephen Jones kept hitting the table. He was hitting the table. Dog, I think they've been talking about offensive line all week. And then Jerry got his ass up there talking about offensive line. And they like, man, come on, dog. Just don't tell him. Hey, bro, just don't tell him. Hold on, let me pull up the transcript. Let me go Control F. That's how you find a good mess in these videos. Go to the transcript, Control F, offensive line. Let's see. Let me see. Jerry, look, dog, Jerry talked about offensive line 15 times, bro. He talked about offensive line 15 times, bro. I counted. He said offensive line 15 times. Let me see something real quick, dog. Let me just check on something real quick. Let me see what Jerry say.
But you also had 30 visits with a couple offensive linemen. Long question short, would your previous investments in the offensive line keep you from using high investment in an offensive lineman in this
I
draft?
just want to see something.
One of the things that when we started this draft process with, we had a coach and we had their offensive.
Oh, hell nah, dog. Hold on, bro. We need a Will McClay cam real quick. Hold on.
Keep you from
We need Will McClay cam. Hold on. Time out, dog. Will McClay is confused. He's like, bro, why are we here, bro? He like, what we talking about, dog? Hold on. Window capture. Hold on, bro. I want just Will McClay in this. Hold on. Hold on, bro. I want to see just Will McClay. This the Will cam. We're gonna put Will McClay right there and just listen. As Jerry talk about offensive line, let's just look at Will McClay.
high investment in an offensive lineman in this draft.
One of the things that when we started this draft process with, we had a coach and we had their offensive, and boy, are we in great shape. One thing Shotty did, he did it right when I said, boy, we want some attention to that offensive line, and he gets his coordinator. That's one heck of an expert there, and he gets one of the best offensive guys. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Team within the team, the offensive line. And so one of the things,
bro, Will McClay looks suspicious as hell, man. Hold on, let's just keep watching.
Things that we started the meetings off with was, guys, we've had some of the best offensive lines around Dak known to man. And we've also had some pretty good running backs around him, too, around the same deal. Can you put that kind of resources in your offensive line?
No, look at Will McClay, man.
And can we get up there playing around the rim so that we can get one of these things with that offensive line? And I said, we've been with Larry Allen. We got one when he was rookie.
Bruh, Will McClay, dog, hold on. He like, bro, what are we even doing here? Hold on, bro. Will McClay is like, what the hell are we even doing here, bro? He don't want to be. He's confused.
Other than that, we didn't get one. Okay, Zach, we didn't get one. Okay, so it doesn't automatically.
They're gonna take the care. They're gonna take the care.
Okay.
Oh, you better take the care.
But generally, when you step back and look at it, we've had some pretty good teams around a War Daddy drafted offensive line with a lot of ones. Obviously, when those guys get ready to come up, if they're that kind of player, then you're going to have a lot of resources invested in that offensive line.
Yeah.
Out there with it. Did it pay off? Well, it's done a pretty good job for Dak. Did a good job for the running backs that were around him, pretty good there. So as you've got something to look at. We won't necessarily eliminate, because we've got the resources we have in the offensive line this weekend. We won't eliminate that because of that experience.
I will say, let me just kind of help talk some of y'all off the ledge here. I know this ain't a conversation that y'all want to have necessarily. I don't think offensive line is super priority in that way. Voch, what you mean by that? I think if you don't get offensive line at a certain point, I think you'll be wasting your time to go after it. But instead, what I think, though, is there are some players, there's just some players that's sitting at the top of the draft that you just have to consider. And you don't see me advocating for many offensive linemen. I'm not telling y'all to go get let me just pick a random what's his face. Let me pull my board up. Let me give you a random what's his face here. Ariante Ursery from Minnesota, the big kid with bad feet, great run blocker, can't move all that well, right? You don't see me advocating for him. Or Charles Grant from William and Mary, good athlete, good player. He be whooping them kids' ass, but he played for William and Mary, so he plays against schools that William and Mary play against, right? You don't see me advocating for those guys. Cam Williams. I'm only advocating for Josh Simmons, Armand Membo, or Tyler Booker. Them my only three. You know what I'm saying? And that's if I had to advocate for those guys. I would love to go wide receiver just like y'all. But how my stack is stacked up or whatever. And you know, I'm from the Brian Broaddus coaching tree, man. I don't want no dress my board. McMillan is my 5th overall player. Josh Simmons is my 6th overall player. Matthew Golden is my 7th overall player. Tyler Booker is my 8th overall player. Emeka Egbuka is my 9th overall player. So they all stacked up in there. Armand Membo. Membo is I actually got to switch those guys. Let me move that on my board there. Let me move him down. Let me move Membo. Armand Membo, he 13th on my board. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm saying we need offensive line. I'm just saying I don't want y'all to be phony in that way. That you say, all right, we got to take BPA no matter what. And the best motherfuckers there just happen to play left tackle or will play right guard for you. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want to be phony in that way. This is where Foots is phony. And I know I just said we shouldn't be fighting over the internet, man. I'm fake though.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No. Not this time.
What's what we said?
Totally made up.
I'm fake.
Pure fiction.
Phony.
It's fiction.
Not true.
It's fiction.
We
made it up.
It's where Foots is fake. I was watching his show because I'm a fan of his. And Foots was like, well, if you want to take a player at 12, you want to take a player that's as complete as you could possibly get him. You don't want warts on that player, right? And Foots is referring to Tyler Booker may not be as athletic as a Tyler Guyton or Big Tyler Smith or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or he's possibly saying that Membo may not be mean enough, or Josh Simmons got a knee issue or something like that. So he's saying that those guys aren't complete players, that there's some concerns and question marks about him. And he says if you're drafting at 12, your player shouldn't have question marks. Well, this is where Foots is phony. First of all, you didn't lose enough games to get a player Teflon like that. And this class ain't like other classes where you can get Micah Parsons 12th overall. You have to, you have to think about inflation in this class and how much is different from some of the past classes that have super talents in them. You know what I'm saying? So, man, Josh Simmons. I think Josh Simmons is one of the best players in this draft. I think McMillan, Josh Simmons, I think Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty. Those are your best bets, So that only really leaves you with 2 guys that you could possibly get that I think could be the best guys in this draft, which is McMillan and Simmons. And I'm just not willing to pass up on a guy that I see elite left tackle traits in just because you want a receiver, man. Get a receiver later. Tell Jerry to go sign a receiver. And look, Jerry can go sign an offensive. Look, we've been signing offensive linemen. I don't feel great about them. Same way that y'all feel about Tolbert, I feel about the offensive lineman that you've been signing. Shit. Sadiq Charles, his rent due. He quit football just because he felt like quitting football. He back in the game because he got to pay them bills, man. Let's get back into what Jerry Jones saying about the offensive line, though, man. Jerry Jones name dropped offensive line like 2, 3, 4 more times real quick. Oh, let me just get back in here real quick. He name dropped offensive line a couple more times. He was talking about Saquon. What did he say about Saquon? You say Saquon woke you up, didn't he? He said something like that. Ed is here we go.
Seeing somebody like Saquon Barkley and what he did for Philadelphia last year.
Now, mind you, nigga, the question is about Saquon Barkley. He gonna find a way to bring offensive line back up in this, and y'all know we got to go back to the Will McClay cam. Y'all know.
Has your thought about the running back position changed from what it might have been from the future?
Well, Saquon and Philadelphia got your attention. There's no question about it. It'd be dead if you're doing what we do and not see that happen. I don't think that running back was as significant last year. And
hold on, wait, talk about what you look over, James. Wait, we're gonna give you a little bit more space, dog. We gotta see you, Will McClay. They tried to fool us. They tried to switch that camera angle on us. I saw you look over at Jerry like, what you talking about? Hold on.
You're doing what we do and not see that happen.
Look at Will McClay.
I don't think that running back was as significant last year
and
us not getting where we wanted to go as you do, and maybe others. I don't. I think it was our offensive line. That was the bigger impact of the
look at
running
Will
back
McClay,
situation. Now, you say, well, but still, you didn't have that. You had an opportunity to get those kinds of running backs.
Look at Will McClay.
I would say that that got my attention. I would say. Now, we hit on a Murray in the 4th round here a few years back, and he was a doggone good running back. Ooh, look at that offensive line he had in front of him. Think about it. Look at that offensive line that Zeke.
Oh, what was Will McClay looking at, dog? He looked over.
On good running back. Ooh, look at that offensive line he had in front of him. Think about it. Look at that offensive line that Zeke had in front of him. And so I get it completely, the lack of having our offense. It hurt us a little bit to lose Dak early, and y'all know that's condescending as far as the running game was concerned. That didn't help the running game. So this is not excuse time here, but it is appropriate that you'd ask that question, because can you cure the running game with the back? You can help it, in my mind.
Here, put LCBS Sports first.
Man, come on, dog. Will McClay's sick of being here, bro. Will McClay's sick of this, man. All he want is a good-ass secret. And look, dog, we're going to have 3 press conferences after day 1, day 2, and day 3, bro. Why we got to have one now? Jerry Jones talking about it in my mind. Chat, I'm not saying O-line going to happen. I'm not saying the O-line is guaranteed or anything like that. You know, it's still a possibility that, you know, wide receivers to pick. And I think most of us would be happy with wide receiver being the pick. Now, you want to see us, like, be upset about this thing, like go draft Will Johnson, like Michael Williams, something like that, then we're really all going to be upset. But if I had to pin 5 names on it, and I was talking to Brian Bross about this, I was like, yeah, man, it's you know, 5 names. It's McMillan, Golden, Simmons, Mimbow, and Booker. If I had to pick 5 names, those are the guys. So we'll see. We got a couple more days, to go. And as I get more information, I'll be talking to y'all about it. So just be ready. Just be ready. Be ready for anything. I love y'all to pieces. No matter what's gonna happen, I'll be here to break it all down for you, right? And mind you, on draft day, it's a goofy rotation this year because it's 7 of us. I hate it, but they'll be rotating me out, or they're rotating everybody. You know, everybody's getting rotated out. But when I get rotated out, I'm gonna come to YouTube and do some work. So I'll either run to Foots's channel, or I'll upload a video on my page or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just no matter what happens, no matter where I'm at, I'll be ready to go for you. You know what I'm saying? So just like I said, be ready, y'all. Be ready. You want to know another situation you got to be ready for?
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. A chance to warp back in time to change your fate. Back to before you made the wrong choice. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frankel & Frankel. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frankel first.
214-333-33. 214-333-33. Call the Frankels. If you've been hit by a big truck or a negligent driver, please do not waste any time. Don't call nobody. Don't call the insurance company. They gonna lie. Don't call your mama. She gonna holler. Don't call your best friend. They don't have any of the tools equipped to help you with what you need. Call the Frankels. 214-333-3333. They're your personal injury lawyer here in the DFW. They've been serving DFW for years. They used to work for these insurance companies, and they learned how to get down. So when they broke away from them and they started fighting against them, they know all the rules and the tricks of the trade that they use. Bro, go to frankelfirm.com. Just in case you need a testimony or something like that, go to frankelfirm.com and scroll around and see all the people that have made money and won their cases from these negligent drivers or these big truck drivers that hit you in the accident. Call the Frankels first, 214-333-3333, and tell them Voch sent you. Just so that they know that they ain't just wasting money over here. All right? First of all, get the help that you need. Get the help that you need. And then while you got your neck brace on, like, hey, look, by the way, I just want to say, thanks for helping me out. Frankel, thank you for making me $1 million in this this lawsuit here. But just most importantly, Voch sent me. And we'll be straight. All right? Hey, let's get into the phones, man. I love y'all to pieces. You heard? Who up in here? Who up in the chat real fast before I get up in there? Thoughts on Miles Frazier, the guard from LSU? Maybe not in the third for me. If I get him in day 3, that's a party. I think he's the guy that you would take in the 4th, but won't have one of them. But I do like him. What's up with the trade rumors? I don't think we're gonna be a adequate trade partner with Denver. I think that was a lie with the person that put that out. I'm also seeing Kansas City. They want to trade up a little bit too. We'll see. Trade down, take a Mecca. I'm not here for the preemptive trade downs, man. You're gonna have to who you trading away from. If you trading down, who you trading away from? Let me know that. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. If you trading down, who you trading away from? And then I'll listen to your trade down scenario. All right. Jerry already trading his 4 from next year. Yeah, I know, right? I'm on this UPS truck watching. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate you, Casey, man. Salute. Did everybody get a chance to watch Draft 101? Before I get into the phone, let me just say, did everybody get a chance to watch Draft 101? In the chat? Let me just see what y'all say real quick. Did everybody get a chance to watch Draft 101? Cause I haven't talked to y'all about it. I haven't been live in a minute. It was last Thursday. What the day is? Tuesday? Something like that. Yeah, I haven't talked to y'all in a while. How was the show? Everything was cool? It was all right? Everything was all right? Did you like my suit? Dog. So look, let me just tell y'all what's going on. I haven't told my draft showcast what's going on. I haven't said this to Chris Beam and the people behind the stage, and I haven't asked Derek Eagleton if I could do this. But you ever seen the award show where they every time they leave and come back, they change outfits? You know what I'm saying? The BET Awards, you know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey said entertainer. They'll come out there, but they'll change suits every time they come. I want to do that for the draft show, dog. I don't really want to be rotated on and off or whatever, but if they're going to rotate me on and off, I'm going to be goofy as hell. And I'm going to be extra as hell, and I'm going to be like Steve Harvey at the BET Awards, and I'm going to change outfits or change something about my outfit every time I go on and off. I got one change Thursday, one change Saturday, and I got maybe like 3. I got 3 outfits for Friday because I got 3 changes. I think that'll be so content rich. It'll be ridiculous. All right, let's get to the phones, man. If y'all have not hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. Where the hell the phones at? My bad, y'all. There they are. Oh, pardon me. I ain't know. Shit. I ain't done this in a minute, y'all. Ain't done this in a minute, man. What up, Mo? He dropped a deuce that says I'll pick the best free agency. I think the best pick was Tyron Smith. Yeah. I know how that goes. All right, let's get into the phones. If y'all want to call into the show, 202-926-1127. Access code 309-104. We're going to put the Franklin Frankel logo up there because it's the Franklin Frankel phone lines. All right, we're going to put that up there. All right. MJ, what up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's good with you, player? What you got for the show?
Man, I've been checking you out. You big time, man. Give me some of that money. You big bank, big little bank.
Hey man, why you say it like that? Like you ain't asked for no money. It's not like you holding me up like you trying to rob me or something. MJ, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, you said about me. I ain't say huh?
He's doing good.
Hey,
proud of you, brother. Good job, man.
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. I'm just working hard. You know what I mean?
I know. I love it. Well, good. Now, I didn't want no line, man. Then I started saying, but see, everybody forgot something. It just came to my mind, Voch. I want everybody to hear this. Now, remember, everybody. Hoffman, Bass, and everybody else is on a 1-year deal. If they play good, all the other teams gonna get them, y'all. Let me say that again. They gone. Bass is gonna get picked up, just like our other linemen got picked up and went to Buffalo and Miami. You remember that, Voch?
Yeah.
And everybody on Dallas team, y'all, with that new offensive line coach that know how to coach offensive linemen, they about to get the bag.
Yeah.
So I see where you're going. We must draft. First, I want to Goldman or Tech. If they go, you gotta draft. If them two guys gone, you gotta draft the guard from Oklahoma.
Ted and who?
To put him in the center, in the middle. You have the most strongest middle ever. You ain't gotta worry about Steele, cause he's good at run blocking, and Guyton, he's good at run blocking.
Yeah.
So now you cooking with hot grease.
Yeah.
Unless Voch, like you say, now I don't want no little guard, 300 pounds. If they do get a guard in the third round, just like you say, Voch, or the fourth, he got to be at least 330, 325. I don't want no little guard.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you got to remember the guy they had last year that they played like he was hurt. He wasn't hurt. The 6'5" Thomas, 335, he played guard too. So he's going to be competing too.
Who?
If they don't, Thomas from last year.
What was it?
You know, the tackle we had drafted and they put him at guard.
Nate Thomas? Okay, I got you. Man, look. Hey, look, man. People gotta stop telling me about Nate Thomas, cause I ain't seen him in 365 days. I ain't know he was on the team for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know Nate was even here. But go ahead.
That dude wasn't hurt. That's that dumb offensive line coach, that old dude that we had back in the 1980s and 70s. Come on, man. That's where the Cowboys messed up.
Yeah.
Pick that dude on the team, and that's why Shawty picked his own crew, put that killer crew. Coaching helps too, y'all. If you got good coaching, that's going to win you 3 games. Yeah. Then you got your quarterback coming back. He at least going to win you 3 more games. That's why I say we're going to win like 12 games this year. We're probably we're going to win the East. And if y'all go back and watch, I told my friends, if you go back and watch the tape, I want all the Cowboy fans, go watch the first and second half against Philadelphia in both of them games, and Noodle Arms can't throw, missing plays, people wide open, and the Cowboy defense. And then your boy Zeke fumbled the ball at the 2. Everything went wrong. We had 9 turnovers. If we would have had Dak Prescott, they would have had 20 points on Philadelphia with that defense in the first half. And one more thing, Voch.
Yeah.
Arizona with a no-name offensive line.
Right.
Only person you know is Will Martinez.
Hernandez.
They was ranked number 3 in running.
That's racist, yeah.
Because Voch, you could box for this.
Yeah.
A no-name line ranked number 3 in running behind Baltimore, Philadelphia. Yeah. When they played Philadelphia, supposed to be the number 1 defense, you can see them big boys of Philadelphia is so frustrated. Arizona ran for 180 yards on him.
Yeah. Well,
with a no-name offensive line.
Well,
so, Voch, I see what you're saying.
Okay, I'll let you finish. Okay.
No, go ahead.
No. Like the one thing that those Russian teams have in common is the quarterback that can run. So, Baltimore, Philly, and Arizona, like part of their running formula was the quarterback too. Like we don't have that, right, Mar? We ain't got like Dak's not gonna run around for us, right?
He ain't gonna run that much, not like that. But he still, but they run scheme like you. That run scheme for Arizona is so cold-blooded. That's why Arizona still hot right today. They pissed off, and that run scheme with the new Kansas State offensive run scheme and shot it like the run, like you say, Voch. I think Booker will be good right there because you must drop the line, Cowboy Nation. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up paying the new linemen how much they gonna get? About 40 million or 30 million or 15? What? 10 years, 3-year deal, 30 million or something like that. Right. If they run, say it bad, I'll beat everybody, and he plays really good. What his worth is, Voch? How much we gotta pay him?
A shit ton.
There you go. So Cowboy Nation, I hate to say it, Voch do make good singing, and Will was pissed off at. He probably told Jerry, man, come on, man. Now you gonna have the other teams gonna draft our guards and stuff, man. Come on, man, stop that, bro. You think we the smartest one in the room? Now you just gave all the other teams that need offensive linemen, they might draft offensive line.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, Bob.
Sure.
Is there any good offensive linemen in the third, second, and fourth round? Tell me.
I think
that was 330. I don't want no 300 pound. No, I don't want no 300 pound lineman.
I think once you get that far into it, I think the value kind of falls off a little bit, and you might as well roll with what you got. But UConn got a right tackle, Chase Lunt. He's outside zone blocker type guy, kind of tall, good feet. And Iowa has a guard, Connor Colby. He's another guy that's kind of like an outside zone running guy. But
how big is he?
He about 320 or something, 315 or something.
Okay, perfect. That's what I need.
Something like that.
That's all I'm worried about.
What round you say? What round you say?
Around third, fourth round. What you think?
Well, we ain't got a third round. I mean, you can get Tate Radlish from Georgia. Milam from West Virginia. I don't know where he gonna go, but I think that's your guards. That I'm not trying to draft nobody that I don't think is better than Hoffman, but that's your guards right there. You know what I
mean? Yeah. So now the D tackle, I was thinking, look, if you go in that first round and draft, okay, move back two. Look what I say. Move back two. Somebody play. Say the 14th pick. Hey, let me get that. Somebody's trying to get it. Okay, Cowboy. And we do like we did with Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
We move back to 14, and then we get your boy, the guard, and then we got the extra pick. Would that be a fourth round pick?
Yeah, something like that.
Would that give us a fourth if we move to 14?
Maybe something like that. Possibly. You never know.
Okay, so then we do that. Now let me ask you this question, Voch. Who you gonna choose?
Enclosed.
Because I like Higgins. Higgins, to me, is stronger and more powerful than Tech. You know that from Iowa State. 6'4", don't only drop 2 passes, and the boy is a beast. So who would you pick? Higgins or your D tackle? Because you said we're in the trenches from Ohio State. Who you gonna pick at second round?
Higgins or who?
The defensive tackle, my boy from Ohio State.
I'm taking Williams. I got a second round on Williams, and I got a third on Higgins. I'm not as big on Higgins as everybody else.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Because I know the Wazoo got a good receiver. And the sneaky pick of the draft, where you got him ranked, my boy from Arkansas, the 6'3", 4'4", they don't drop nothing from Arkansas.
I ain't seen
Jerry Automata.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about, right? the receiver from Arkansas, 6'3".
Tesla?
Fast, white boy.
Tesla?
Yeah.
You said Automata. Who the hell is Automata? Isaac Tesla.
I mean, from Jerry School. From Jerry School, Arkansas.
From Alma Mater. Okay, I thought you said his name was Automata. Okay, Isaac Tesla. No. Yeah. Tesla could play Tesla. Got the phone, Marv. I appreciate you. Yo, Marv, I love you, man. Thanks for tapping in with me, man.
Hey, man, good show. And, yeah, man, let's get this draft going. And I want one of them backs, any back. How you like that boy from UC Davis?
I haven't watched him because I'm not finna download no damn UC Davis tape. Marv, I gotta go, man. Appreciate you. I love you, Doc.
I like that.
Call me tomorrow. Call me tomorrow, Marv. Call me tomorrow. Oh, man. Shouts out tomorrow, man. Shouts out tomorrow. Somebody in the chat said something. Let me see something real quick. Somebody said, MF says, Voch, you got any beef with Law? I saw people comment on this video saying Voch said blah, 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 and he didn't seem amused. Man, I just said something 20 minutes ago. What video you talking about? What the hell video you talking about? No, I don't have a problem with Law. I love Law. I text Law last night, and I'll never have nothing bad to say about Law. I will say we shouldn't be doing certain things in public or whatever, but that's not a criticism to him. I think that's just all of us. I think that's just a PSA that we can learn from, especially if we just kind of running our business and doing our things, and you never know who's watching or anything like that. It's like if I owned the Olive Garden and I got into a skirmish with somebody in the middle of an Olive Garden. You know what I mean? So yeah, we shouldn't be fighting publicly, especially Law Nation's brand. Like I'm Voch, and my brand is cool, but Law Nation's brand is like stupid ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we just shouldn't be fighting out in public, man. But I love Law. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Law at all, ever. I think he was just tired of people telling him what you said when he was talking about a player. When I was talking about offensive line or something like that. Now, so look, let me say this. People sick of offensive line. If that's what you talking about, MF, people sick and tired of talking about offensive line. But look, here's something fun. Go to one of DMV shows and talk about offensive line. Go to one of Foot shows to talk about offensive line. They don't want to hear this shit neither. But y'all better get ready. Let me go ahead and this button right here.
The conference has been locked.
Got some people in here. Let's get Big A on the phone. What's up, Big A?
Hey, Voch, how you doing, bro?
What's up, player? What you got for the show?
I ain't got too much. I'll get you I'll go through a couple points and I'll get out your hair as quickly as possible.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem. First point, regarding the offensive line thing, first point regarding the offensive line thing and everybody being tired of the drafting O-line high. I feel like a lot of us forget the fact that like I get the frustration people have with it. But at the same time, also like, hey, those offensive linemen that you hit on 10 years ago, they're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
They out. Like, I'm sorry, they're gone. They out. You got to get new dudes up. You got to get new dudes up front. Everybody can play. It's all fun and games until we have to go play a game. To go play a game this fall, and Dak Prescott gets hurt again because of offensive line. Offensive line played a big role in why we didn't perform well last year.
Sure did.
You struggled up front,
mm-hmm.
So I ain't got no problem with them taking an offensive lineman in the first round. I really don't.
Then one more thing too, Big A. The big problem is that they missed on, and I don't even want to say that they missed on Guyton or whatever, but Guyton as of now doesn't seem to be what they thought he was. And Jerry Jones brought that up in the press conference or whatever. He was talking about players that maybe not have lived up to their expectations or whatever. He mentioned that. And as soon as he said that, I thought about Mozzie and Guyton. So if Guyton was a bad boy, man, we probably not even talking about offensive line today, man. We probably not even talking about nothing. But Guyton just happens to not be a bad boy, and I think there's a way to improve from him. Go ahead. and Terrence for that matter.
And that's completely, and that's completely true. I mean, once again, we like to compare ourselves so much to Philly. Let's go back 6 years ago to Philadelphia. They went out and took Dillard in the first round in 2019 to replace Jason Peters. He was a bust. What happened? He was a bust. They just so happened to fortunately be able to replace him with another offensive lineman. But I guarantee you, they would, if they had the choice, they probably would have taken that guy in the first round too if they knew he was going to turn out to what he turned out to be.
Yeah, for sure.
But
fair.
That's all that. Anyway, in general, my only other point I got is just in general. I'm excited for the draft. As everyone else is. I feel like a lot of it. I'm tired of the discourse everyone's having regarding I understand the importance of maximizing value and everything. Let's just have it. As long as they hit on the player, I don't care what they pick.
Yeah,
I get the reason for it. But if they hit on the player, ain't nobody sitting here 3 years from now talking about, oh, well, we could have taken him two rounds or 2 rounds later. As long as you hit the players, you get good guys here, we can have it makes everything a lot smoother. The second they miss on a play, that's when we all start complaining, which is warranted.
Fair enough. Appreciate you, man. Good call. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, I do agree. As long as I like the pick and me and the Cowboys can come together and have an agreement about the player, man, you won't see me complain about the player. Also, there's like this middle ground, like for example, like Will Johnson. I wouldn't have picked Will Johnson. But I could see I could see, you know what I'm saying? I could see the vision, and I can understand why you would say that Will Johnson would fit here and be a good player, because it's true. Will have fit great here, but he just may not have been the pick that I would have picked. Oh, Snapchat. Hold on. Wait.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
You know, man. Let me just say, bro. Let me get my war call ready too when I say this, bro. Let me just get my boy, Volume and ESPN would have fired me, boy. I'd have been gone at the IG Live, boy. I'd have been gone at the IG Live, my boy. You kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Boy, Volume would have been kicked me out the crib. You thought me and Volume wasn't on the same page then, boy. You boy. Hey. Let me would have got on the phone. Hey, look, man, they about to put this video out. It's 30 seconds. It should have been 10 minutes.
Did you hear what I said?
That motherfucker could have been longer than that. No, I only speak on this Shannon Sharpe stuff because I just keep imagining, man, the Volume would have been got me up out of here, boy. Ooh, boy, that job security must be crazy, boy. Don't get caught in no scandals. Shit, I bet I'm finna. I see how much rope is given now. Boy, I see how much rope they giving out in corporate sports media. Boy, it's about to go down. Let's get Los on the phone. I'm crying. What's up, Los?
Yo, good afternoon, Voch. How you doing, man?
Man, what's good, player? What you got for me?
Good. I just gave you this one beat. I'm out, all right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to just say this within this 2-minute range, all right? If Ashton Genty in Vegas or any team calls you, right?
Yes, sir.
You take the Genty from Boise State in the run game. And how Barkley carried Hurts all year, yes, I said what I said. Genty can help Dak be even better with a great run game. He's out here bullying people when they try to tackle him, demolishing blitzes that are coming from the edges, especially those corners, running past defenders, tossing that peace sign, making our O-line look absolutely great. That can be a blessing and a curse, Voch, and I will touch on that if he gets drafted. But if I guarantee you that's the Genty we're getting on that star on the helmet, and you're banking on your draft knowledge to get the wide receivers, linebackers, O-lines of the world later in the rounds, who have, potential, of course, not first-round grades, but with the right coaching and support for them to be incorporated into the system, because I feel especially with the Cowboys, you can expect them to be thrown onto the field almost immediately no matter what round you're drafted, because Cowboys do that to the rookies. You can expect that from them. But, yeah, Voch, I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Hell yeah, if you can get Ashton Genty, go get him. I just don't think he'll be there. There's a good possibility that Hampton may not be on the board when you drafting at 12. There's a possibility that Travion Henderson might not be on the board at 44. I got that film session out, by the way. He might not be on the board in the second round, man. I think the Cowboys are going to have to over select. I think they're going to have to reach for a running back. I think by the time the Cowboys are on the board, I think a run will have happened like 10 picks before that. We'll see how they run it, but draft night is going to be interesting. I would love to get a running back earlier than later. But if it's Genty, she'll take it.
Yeah, Voch, and I feel like Genty's like that absolutely stud in that position that matters most. I mean, don't really get me wrong. There's other respectable running backs, but Genty's a class above all the rest, and you can vouch for that. But, yeah.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Los. Good call, man. Man, I think man, if Genty fall on draft day, I mean, of course we having a party. Is y'all crazy? Of course we having a party. I just don't think he'll fall. I think all of our favorite running backs are gonna go off the board prior to us being on the board. We gotta see how it go. We gotta see how it go. Aaron, what up? Hold on, there you go. Aaron, what's up? Aaron.
Hey, what's up?
What's good with you, Aaron? What's happening? Okay, Aaron, then.
Hey, Voch.
Yes, sir. What's that? Hello. What's happening?
Oh, my bad, bro. Trying to figure this phone out.
I got you, my boy. What you got for the show?
Hey, man. Everything good, bro. Man, I think the one problem everybody got with the offensive line issue is that you can say that we need an offensive lineman, but you can say that about every position, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really feel like any position class really is in a stellar position or shined last year, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had a question for you in that fact is, how would you even, summarize last year? Would you call it a rebuilding year? Like, before Dak got hurt and everything, did you think Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones' plan was this was a rebuilding year last year?
I don't think they were rebuilding on purpose. I think they were really going for it. It was Mike McCarthy's last year on his contract. And I think if Mike McCarthy was going to get fired, he wanted to go out in his own way. I think if you're going to get rid of Mike McCarthy, he wanted to go out in his own blaze of glory. I think if you're going to fire Mike McCarthy, he at least wanted to be able to call his plays. I think his arrogance caught up to him. And his plays just happen to involve our wide receivers running upfield and turning around. So yeah, we do need more players. I I think the Cowboys are possibly happy about the wide receivers that they have. They may add a few more. But I think the wide receivers are 10 points better simply just not running the field and turning around. That's what I think. I wouldn't call it so I wouldn't call it a rebuild year per se. I think they wanted to win. I just think Dak was hurt, and I think Mike McCarthy wasn't competent.
So, is this year a rebuilding year?
Shouldn't be.
It has to be, right? I mean,
I think they're gonna go for it. I think they feel like, and I don't think they're wrong for feeling this. I think as long as Dak is healthy, I think you have a shot. I'm inclined to agree with him. I do think he needs a little more help in certain places on the offense. Hopefully they get that. I think they're going to fill the rest of the roster with a bunch of cheap talent. I will say this year is going to be a rebuild year if your wide receivers just running the field and turning around. But if not, you got a shot.
Okay. You see that proves your point earlier about Jerry Jones, though, because if you're going to leave Mike McCarthy on his last year's contract and not re-sign him, he's a lame duck coach at that point. And, like, you know how you act when you know you finna quit a job and they don't know you finna quit a job, or they know or whatever. You ain't really doing your job the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you open the door for running up the field and turning around, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. Like, it just seems foolish to me. Like, to me, it's like, if you know he's about to be out, then last year should have been a rebuilding year. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if they for sure knew that he was going to be out. The Cowboys have a odd way of dragging their feet in situations like this. And to be fair, I think that they knew that Schottenheimer was going to be the next coach anyway. I think that the lack of actual interviews that they did, I think it was I think that they had a feeling that he was going to be the guy regardless. That kind of upsets me because they watched wide receivers run up field and turn around for 5 whole weeks and didn't even think to fire Mike McCarthy to at least let Schottenheimer get his head start. But
right.
But that's how
if you gonna let him do it. If he's burning the bridge, go ahead and burn it. You know, like
yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. That's the only thing that would have made sense to me. I agree with you on that for sure. Like,
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's like at some point, in the team building phase, you have to say to yourself, okay, we doing this now, we doing that. Like, I just think they had no plan. And, I mean, it proved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sat on your feet with Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? You are declaring this year going to be, like, are we really going all in? Like, do you feel like that?
To be fair, I did. And look, this is the problem. What's it called, chat? Ain't it like the Dunning-Kruger effect? When you so not informed on something that you think you super informed on something. Like, maybe Mike McCarthy thought he was still an offensive genius. Maybe he thought that he was in the high percentile of offensive play callers, and when he went out there, he really thought they was just messing things up. Let me do the thing. But in real life,
that's how he played more.
Yeah, but we wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit with his opportunities, and I think that he really feels that way because he went out and tried to get a job. Now, he ain't got no job now. I imagine that he can go get a job in college and make them kids run the field and turn around. But I think Mike McCarthy really thought that he was the shit. It just ain't work out for him.
It sure did. Well, man, like, appreciate you taking my call, man. I ain't gonna hold you up too much, Mo. But, yeah, man, like, I think you got some good insights on what I was asking you, man. So appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man. I'm just shitting on Mike McCarthy. That's the good insight right there. All right, Aaron, appreciate you. Hey, man, that's the insight right there, my boy. Just hating on Mike McCarthy. Unequivocally just hating on Mike McCarthy. Just giving him everything you got. You know what I'm talking about? Damn, I was tired of this shit. Well, I was so mad. Shit, I was so mad. Shit, I was so upset to see that. To see us running the field and turning around. Like, man, I was hurt, man. Got a couple more. Voch, I seen that if we sign Gilly after the draft, then it won't count towards the compensatory. Yeah, for sure. I think that's what the Cowboys are waiting on with a lot of their signings, and I think they waiting to. Jerry said something about a trade this week. I thought it was interesting. I think he's waiting around for compensation. He's just gonna wait around. That's what they do. They just They just wait around. Mike McCarthy make people run a field in a circle, and Jerry Jones just made people wait. You know what I'm saying? But they said that they was working on trades of some decent value. So we'll see. We'll see what they say. They ain't say substantial. They said substantive. Jerry Jones made up some shit. But yeah, a trade and a Gilmore signing after the draft, and even if it's a handshake agreement with intention to sign, right? Gilmore intends to sign with the Dallas Cowboys. It may be like a post-June first thing. But we'll see. D Shift, what up?
Hey, what's good, Voch?
Man, chilling, man. What you got for the show?
Not much. Like, man, I was watching my boy Law in the stream, man. It was something else that was bugging him, bro. Because, you know, Law just a benevolent person overall, man. So, like, he had a little fire about him, and it definitely couldn't have been just on some, like, I disagree with your take kind of stuff. They got some people, like, really trying to, like my boy say, sully his name. So, shit, we got to find whose name we got to sully, you know, protect the community, man.
I will say, you know, kind of like I've been saying earlier, we shouldn't be fighting publicly. But I will say that I don't think Law got a disingenuous bone in his body. I don't think he got a sneaky bone in his body. I've seen Law in action. This ain't me saying this as a viewer from a computer or whatever. Like I've stood next to him. I know. I've put my hand on him.
No,
like,
yeah.
You know,
bro, it's so serious. Like he started running out like just all the things. Like, you know, Law don't never like brag on himself, and he just started like just putting all his whole merits up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I know like he's been there personally for a lot of people's journeys, and he kind of spoke on just how y'all started. You know what I'm saying? Like. And that, the encouragement, like that he provided you to just get where you at. So, it's something like somebody like
You know,
I don't think it was like none of the day ones.
No. You know, D Shift is funny because a part of me wants to. I've already reached out to Law, but a part of me wants Law to be like this sage like grandfather type, don't let nothing affect you, do your thing player. But I've threatened to fight a YouTuber before, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be too I've jumped into YouTubers DMs before and made them block me if he ain't want to throw no hands. So look, I understand, you know what I'm saying? But I'm older now. That was young Voch way back then. I'm older now. But I think Law is a giant in this thing. Like I think humbly, respectfully, I think I'm pretty big in this thing. Law is 10 feet taller than me in this. I don't think he needs to be fighting nobody online. That's all I'm saying. Or just arguing with nobody online or wasting time online. That's all I'm saying. But you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But nah, man, I'm with your camp, bro. O-line camp. I damn near learned that just kind of watching you guys. You know, younger me would have wanted every flashy piece of weapon. But like I was, explaining, just talking about, man, I just don't want 2-3 years from now to be looking at somebody we could have drafted in this perennial Pro Bowl or All-Pro, and we stuck with one of these receivers that I don't know. Like, do you feel like one of these receivers can just be in the forefront and be like a top 10 kind of guy?
I think Tet has the ability to, but I don't think he'll quite be that guy. I think if Golden reaches his ceiling, I think he could be a Jamar Chase type guy. I just don't know if he'll reach. I just don't know if he'll reach that ceiling quite. This ain't the year of the Marvin Harrisons and neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This ain't quite that year. I saw somebody like Dane Brugler said that Ted McMillan would be wide receiver 4 in last year's class. I wasn't as high on Brian Thomas to be like he's better than McMillan. I think that's a lie. I think that's false. Just my own personal opinion. But I think Ted will be like wide receiver So Brian Thomas would be 4. So he thought that Ted would be like wide receiver 5 last year. I think Ted will be closer to 4. I think Ted is closer to Rome Odunze than what's the name? Like Rome jumping in the air and redirecting his body and catching everything. Like Ted McMillan does that as well. So Ted's closer to 3 than wide receiver 5 last year.
And I was just looking it up, man. I saw that Brian Thomas pretty much balled out, but that's based off of the fact that he was the only weapon, right, for that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so you naturally just gonna get stats, and you get some of that. They probably had like a lot of garbage time type stuff, so that's kind of remains to be seen. But my thing about offensive line, and I like some of the guys' takes that are team weapons, man. They just like, we don't need to draft. Every offensive lineman don't need to be a first rounder. And like I wholeheartedly agree, you know what I mean? Like they were I was watching a little Eagles and Cowboys podcast the other night, and you know what I'm saying, the Eagles guys were just talking about how if they're picking for the Cowboys, they picked that old line.
Mm-hmm.
And they love trenches too. You know what I'm saying? And it was like Brunson and all them out there, talking about, because everybody, talking about how much Saquon helped the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, our offensive line ain't the Giants' offensive line. Like, when the last time Saquon ran the Giants to Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Like, he ran them to the playoffs that one year legit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we're not undermining what a talented running back could do. But, I just feel like this offensive line, and I hope our new, coach, because coaching matters too. And like we've had bad offensive line coaches. Like I feel like this is the best offensive line coach we've had since Bill Callahan. Just going off of this could be the best offensive line coach since Bill Callahan. But that that's also to remain to be seen. And so my thing about a first round, because I just feel like probability, man, you almost always gonna get a Pro Bowl or All Pro when you draft a first rounder. Like, yeah, we can kind of see what we get a second round, third round, but we might get Connor Williams, we might get Connor McGovern, So, I remember how those guys weren't, like, they were good, but like at this point, like I'm trying to get a great offensive line again, and I don't want Connor Williams to be facing some All-Pro and just getting manhandled. So that's my biggest thing on O-line. I don't want to pass up a potential great player just because we thirsting for weapons.
Yeah, I feel you 100%. And honestly, the rookie shouldn't have that much impact on your team to where you're relying on him like that. Like Jerry should just do a better job of fixing the wide receivers and the offensive line prior to draft. But that's a whole nother conversation. Appreciate you, man. Good call.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Is anybody going to be playing Oblivion Remastered? Anybody going to be playing that coming up? That joint came out today. I bet I'm about to be playing some Oblivion after the draft. I ain't got time now. I got to watch a couple more players and, deal with Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But, boy, after I sleep all day Sunday and get back to work with these other little, man, I bet I'm about to get some downloading that. Boy, it's up. It's up. What up, JR?
My bad, y'all. I'm on there duty. So I gotta keep it PG Blue Skittle now.
What's good with you, man? What's good with you?
What's good? Hey, y'all say, hey, Uncle Voch.
What's up? Hey, look, stay in school and go to bed early and read every night before you go to bed and every morning when you wake up, and don't do drugs and drink a lot of water. Y'all are doing fantastic. I hope them grades good.
Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna brag on them a little bit, but we got a little valedictorian over here, you know what I'm saying? Shouting out, you know what I'm saying? Got a little blue skill in the making, you know what I'm talking about?
That's all right.
Anyway,
that's all right.
What's today? Today Earth Day? Today, what is going on Earth Day? We got Law Nation we got Law Nation telling people to pull up. We got Shannon. We got Shannon Sharpe. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna ask you this quick question, Mike. If you had a free weekend, you know what I'm saying? No social media, you know what I'm talking about, and you could choose who
you would want to party with out of Shannon Sharpe and Michael Irvin? Shoot, I even throw in there Lawrence Taylor. Which one are you picking?
I'm gonna kick it with my shorty. I don't want to party with none of them. And if I'm and look, JR, if I'm partying with her, she gonna be sending me TikToks and shit. So I can't be off the phone too long. But look, them characters there, them some characters, man. You don't want to just be out with them, dog. Them some other characters right there, man. I don't want to party with them.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. They invited to the Blue Skittle party anytime. Boy, you ain't had a Blue Skittle party. You had one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Hey, you gotta be careful out there with them boys, man. You gotta be careful.
Look, Benji K-pop just won.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Look,
what?
The draft, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just keep it quick on the draft because for us, you know, the Cowboys going to Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, if we just halfway do right, it's a win-win for us.
Yeah.
I don't think Genty going to be there for us, you know what I'm saying? I honestly don't think we need to trade down because we got so you can't pick 30 players in 12 spots, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we stay there and we win it. Oh, man, look, it's going to be a Blue Skittle party Thursday somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This draft, we're going to win, baby.
Yeah. Hey, man, go.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, hey, look, man, appreciate the call, man. Go over there, take care of them babies, man. Sound like it's 9 of them, you know what I mean?
I ain't always had no protection, but I always had me a couple of Skittles. You know what I'm saying? All right, bye, never talk to you, baby.
I hit the wrong. Wait a minute. I'm hitting the wrong button. I can't find the button. There I go. Hey, man. That's something, man. That's something. That's JR, ladies and gentlemen. Say hey to Uncle Batch. It sounds like 20 people said hey to Uncle Batch. 903, what's up? Who this?
What's good, Voch?
What's happening?
I feel like we just got like an identity problem on offense and defense.
Yeah.
Because you look back at 2023, Dak had an MVP season. I felt like we were just all skill players, though. Skill players on offense, and we was ball hawking and pass rushing on defense. But as soon as somebody ran the ball, it was over. Like, as soon as we go play Buffalo, as soon as we go play Green Bay, it's over.
Every time.
So I just want us to be able to run the ball and stop the run.
Hey, man, I don't think that's unreasonable at all. That's what I brought up to the draft show panel. You know, it was the who would you not draft with the first 3 picks, and everybody kind of passed on D tackle so that they could draft a corner. I'm like, man, corner ain't been the problem when these people running for 150 yards on you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to get D-line help up in here, but maybe if we had adequate D-line help, I wouldn't want to draft it so much. You know? But you ain't wrong.
Because you look at the Chiefs, they got like Chris Jones. You can look at the Eagles. Like, everybody has somebody in the middle that they can't get through. I feel like we don't like. I mean, we got Osa, but he's not like a big ass one tech, to really stop the run.
Yeah. Osa, I saw a picture of Osa. Somebody took a picture. I guess they bothered the shit out of him while he was pumping gas. And I don't know if he got much bigger or anything like that, but Osa look regular size. He don't look humongous. So I think we still need some size in the middle.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. Good call, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling, bro.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh, chat, it's been a long day, boy. Man. Chat, it's been an evening, man. It has been an evening. Let me hit refresh right there. I got to go downstairs and fix the door. Supers. Always make sure you get home safe. Drew Santana dropped the buck in the supers. He just wanted to show some love. Appreciate you, Drew. Freddie Vegas dropped 5 in the super and says, super proud of you, my dog. Been a fan since the early days in 2018 when I was stationed in Germany. Keep growing, bro. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your service as well. Salute, salute. Mo Surge dropped 2 deuces, which is a 4 altogether. We'll call it 5. He says he wants Simmons. What happens to Guyton? I imagine Guyton sits down or competes with Terrence, and maybe Terrence turns into a cap casualty and you save like $6 million or something. I don't know. Some of that nature. But I gotta do some streaming. Okay. And then he says okay, so we read this by Tyron Smith. Our best free agent pickup was Tyron Smith. Oh, he's saying Tyron Smith. Okay, you saying Tyron Smith signing a 1-day contract was our biggest offseason pickup? It's not true. Dante Fowler's a good pickup. But Dante Fowler need to be like your 5th best pickup, you know? That's how I feel. Jay dropped the deuce and says, Tyler Smith at left tackle would fix a lot of offensive line issues. I don't think so. I think Tyler Smith at left tackle does the same thing as drafting Simmons. You're moving Guyton or benching Guyton. Now you got left guard issues that you ain't have at first. AA Run dropped the 5 and says, Marv says Dak, Michael Bland, and more healthy guys returning. We're going to win 27 games next season. Marv is a bit optimistic, isn't it? I feel you. We them boys who hate the Cowboys, by the way. I appreciate him being here. He dropped the deuce and says, trade a third for Tyreek and draft Simmons at 12. Look at you. I never would have thought that we them boys would be offensive line guy. I never would have thunk it. I never would have thunk that. Is anybody live right now? Is any Cowboy people going live right now? Let's go. I definitely want to watch that video when we're done here. Let's go. Let's click Dallas Cowboys. Let's hit the live button. Let's see who live. Let's see what the business shit. Damn, dog. Why so many people talking about Shannon Sharpe? All right, we got 2 live streams, okay? We got Jay Tuck who's live. Let's raid him. There was another one. Hold on, I saw him. The UK Dallas Cowboy fans. Well, Cowboy, isn't it? That old bloke there at the quarterback there, isn't it? All right, let's see what they're talking about. Let me see. Let's get a little raid going. Let's see something. Let's see what these accents hitting on.
That. Very good. Before we get out of here, we do have to raise a special toast tonight. For myself and Jamie, this is quite an emotional week. Both of us lost our dads during this week 5 and 6 years ago. We would like to raise a toast and say cheers to both
drop a raid now.
They're fondly remembered.
But we're going to do it, though.
Folks, if anyone, just as always, we do like to raise awareness of mental health. If anyone is having issues, please don't be afraid to reach out and talk.
Boy, it's a terrible time to raise somebody, but it's too late.
You know, we would rather you reach out to someone and talk about an issue rather than not do anything at all. So we would like to say that. To finish up on a brighter note.
Terrible time to raise somebody. We're gonna run it though. Let's see.
The Raiders will be will do something stupid.
You damn right. The Raiders
will draft smart. The 49ers will absolutely screw us.
You damn right. The Raiders.
The Packers will take a defensive back in the 1st round, and we will be back next Tuesday night to wrap up the draft coverage.
took my words away from my mouth, though, Brian.
Come on, man. Let's rate them, man. They moved on. They said let's
folks,
do it.
It is a good night for me, and I'll pass it round the horn for the lads to say good night.
Y'all don't want to rate. I think at least a raid would raise the spirits, right? Wouldn't that be the case? Wouldn't a raid raise the spirits? Hold on, let me see something. Let me consult with my raid council. Wouldn't that at least raise the spirits? No? Not at all? All right, cool. We won't rate them there. We won't rate. It's 11 p.m. over there. They awake? They up? Yeah, hit the raid button. See what's going on. All right, there we go. All right, all right. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Funch Lombardi sent a raid over to us. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's another discussion. Gentlemen, welcome along to the show.
Look at this.
What would you guys like to talk
Look at these smiles.
Let's just finish it up.
Look at these smiles.
Oh, my God. Dude.
Look at these smiles.
Guys, what would you like to talk about? We're here.
Look at these smiles. At 11 p.m.
Let's get them on. Let me work on that whilst you guys talk to the guys.
A Voch raid, isn't it?
The show just got extended.
This bloke just sent the raid over there, isn't it?
For how long though? Because we just did, we'll give a recap what we just did. We talked about I know there's a mixture of people here, different fans and stuff like that. So I would imagine.
Bro, look at them smiles. Look at them.
So we talked about
come on
Cowboys news. Obviously, there's UK Cowboys fans here, all based in the UK. But we also just did like a 32 team first round mock draft. And in fact, Brian, do you want to just share your screen actually, just so people can see it?
Of course.
Have you gone mad?
So this is what we kind of did for the first round mock draft, like just for all 32 teams.
Hello, Governor.
That's kind of what we kind of did here today. So,
chill.
Can you scroll up a little bit as well?
Appreciate it.
Sorry.
Appreciate it. No, we should have did a UK raid and like UK voices, but it's fine. We're good. We're fine.
I got my clip-on microphones. Got my headset. Rechargeable batteries.
You don't raid J-Tuck?
iPad. You know what I'm saying? So the essentials. My essentials are one. If you're not doing Radio Row and shit, you don't need this. But just in case someone wants to pop over and do an interview, sit on the table.
All right, J-Tuck.
This for it.
See what you talking about?
But more, you just need some of these. Right, clip it on.
Some of y'all probably over there already.
Right.
Some of y'all probably over there.
They take the other microphone. Good there. What else? I'm giving y'all free game. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all free game.
Shit, we're talking about.
Then this is
my guy from UK went.
Handheld, right? Voch Ray. Salute to Voch, man. My dog Voch, right?
What's going on?
Salute to Voch, my dog, bro. You know what I'm saying? Surrounded by Packers fans, be strong. That's the thing about the draft, y'all. There's people all over. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. Right back to whatever you was talking about. All right, cool.
Mess with me at stuff like that because I'm not going to be cowboyed up. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. Just go back to what you were saying. Yeah, no problem.
And, all sorts of stuff. So they're probably not going to bother me.
Yeah, no problem, J-Tuck. Just mention my raid for 3 seconds. Just go back to what you was doing. No problem. Hey, chat. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all running the raid. You know what I'm saying? The raid is always fun. These people were wrapping up this show because it's 11:30 over there, and they probably about to talk for another hour, even though we about to leave. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Y'all did well, man. I appreciate y'all. We got Angry over there. Hold on. Wait. We got Angry over there.
It's Angie in the building. How you doing?
We got Angry over there. Let's go raid Angry real quick.
John, what's going on with you? Yes, please.
I like Angry dope. Angry dope. Let's go raid him. One more. Chat. One more.
Bam.
Chat. One more.
Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button.
Chat. One more.
Shoot, I might have to bring myself back.
I hit the wrong button. Shit. Okay, cool. One more, chat.
Bring it back a little bit. Bring it back. I'm all in y'all face.
Hey.
Shoot. But yeah, like I said, man, I just want to get on here and talk to you guys because I'm excited about the draft coming up. there's not a lot of things really going on.
He's been asking for a raise
in the world of the Dallas Cowboys,
now.
But there is a lot of things that have been going on in Cowboys Nation, and a lot of dare I say negativity.
No mess.
Kind of want to talk to you guys about that as well.
No mess.
I don't know if you guys saw the press conference. I really didn't watch the press conference. I mean, I watched it. It was kind of like background noise, but I really want to get into it, dive into it, kind of, surgically pick apart what they're saying to give my raw and uncut on it. I don't want to just come out with something quick. Y'all know how I am. I like to marinate things.
Read your raid now.
I like to marinate things.
Read your marinate this raid now. Come on.
We're going to be talking about some diamonds in the rough when it comes to this NFL draft.
Diamond these raids. Come on now.
NFL draft. We'll talk about how the Dallas Cowboys fans can also lead to our Dallas Cowboys being the laughing stock of the league.
Laugh at this raid. Come on now.
I kind of noticed something during our live yesterday, and I want to talk about it.
Talk about this raid now.
But we also going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on, Chet. He got to notice. Chet, that's part of the raid. He got to notice.
We are also going to freestyle. So with that being said,
wrap this raid.
Put the link in the chat so you can come up and just.
Oh, I know he finna see it now.
If you're wrong, if you would like.
I know he finna see it now if he drops them in the chat.
Oh, we got a Voch Lombardi raid. How's everybody doing? I appreciate you guys. What's going on, Sports Junkie? How you doing? Sports Junkie? Hey, Dak Delusional fan in the house. Foreign and what?
Huh?
Foreign and JP? Is that how you say that? I might be pronouncing it wrong, but you know me. Don't hate me for it, please. Droku the third. What's going on?
Well, he finna call all y'all out individually.
Sip to Tally Films. What's going on?
He finna call all y'all out individually.
What's happening?
Eric, Darren.
Hopeful. What's going on with
Edge, Intelligent Savage.
Nate. What's going on? Yo,
John.
I appreciate the
Big Sarge, Suzanne.
I was actually trying to. I was gonna go live at 5:30 because I'm starting to see that that's a lane that I can get into. So I was waiting, and I seen people live. I seen Tuck live, and I'm like, dang it. I'm trying to wait. So
don't wait. Just go live.
Then it kind of switched to 5:45 just to try and give them, a little bit more leeway.
Just go live, bro. Never wait.
I got to do what I got to do because
never wait.
After this, you know me. I be hungry. So I got to go eat. You know what I'm saying? But
all right. Anyway, we did well, Chad. We did well.
I was talking about the wild things within Cowboys Nation and how.
Yo, Angry really want to get to that mess. He really want to get to that mess. All right, we're going to let you rock, man. Yo, look, he was going to call all y'all out by name. He said, hey, Jeff, Sip to Tally, John, all right. Mad Cowboy fan, okay. Cowboy fan 667, all right. Cowboy Texas fan, hey. DMV Cowboy fan. He was going to go down all y'all names, you hear me? Chat, I love y'all, man. This was cool. Find you a Cowboy content creator to go support. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of something we did earlier in the show again.
Yeah, boy, they still live. They was finna go to bed. They still live. Go find a content creator and go watch them. All right, or go take a nap, play the video game, go get something to eat. I love y'all to pieces. Thursday, don't forget, we doing rotations. So when I'm on the draft show, just watch the draft show or something, and I'll be in the comments kicking it with y'all. When I'm not on the draft show, look for me on YouTube. I'll be doing something on YouTube. Also, I'll be hopping in and out of Will Steele's and Foots and double moves in them lives or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be hopping around, but if y'all hopping around, y'all might run into me, but make sure to keep eyes on the channel because we'll be dropping content throughout the night. I love y'all to pieces. I'm grateful for y'all. Love y'all, man. Until next time, the flames always blue. You heard? Salute.